first race of the event in Spa. It's going to be the first look at the circuit. And, well, once we get in and I see really a good picture of all of these drivers, who's driving with who. All right, the drivers are away now. We have no formation lap here. It's straight down into turn one for these racers, and that's going to be Mammal leading this charge through into La Salle. So Deadly Flow very tight to the rear right now. That's Candy King and Mizzo, 3 and 4. Alex O'Grady ahead of Lucas right now, but they're wheel to wheel coming up through Eau Rouge. It's the orange car leading through. Alex O'Grady in 5th position right now. He has Lucas really tight to his rear coming up down the Kemmel Straight. Meanwhile, you also have Deadly Flow looking right at Mammal coming down into the end of the straight here. The beginning, of course, of Sector 2. Mammal holding on well right now with lead of this race.
A very clean start, surprisingly. I was expecting quite a lot of issues to be occurring, but these boys and girls are off to an absolutely incredible start here, keeping it very clean.
A really tight race right now. Not a lot of opportunity to breathe. If you make a mistake in this grid, you're going to fall very far down the order. And right now, Just Spinning is sticking with Alex quite well in this fight for P6. Lucas ahead of him has Candy King in his sights, but of course, teammates. So we'll have to see if team orders play a role. Mizzo right now in 3rd position is going to be looking to catch up with Mammal, but Deadly Flow in 2nd position. That entire team running quite well. A lot of these drivers, there's a big exchange of drivers on mediums and softs right now, as Jesper and Beavis are both on medium compound tires coming up through Eau Rouge, and there's an exchange for the lead as Deadly Flow gets through on Mammal coming down the Kemmel Straight.
Yep, Mammal in the... you know what? That Choco livery is looking real nice right now. I must admit, they are rocking that very nicely, and Mammal is going to give Deadly Flow a real chase. Yep, and as we've not had a safety car or a virtual safety VSC come through just yet. This is incredible stuff. The driving has been absolutely splendid, but we're starting to see the gaps emerge as they are starting to spread apart now. So maybe now people start to get away from each other. Maybe people will start to show their weaknesses and their strengths. But Mr. Kiefer out there already in the pits and changed onto the soft. So this will be interesting to see how he works his way up. But he is a good while behind, to be honest.
Just Spinning has spun around, just coming out through that section. They've just passed him by now. So that's a yellow flag there, missing the front right end plate on that car and a good portion of the front right wing.
Oh, that is
Spinning. Well, that's just not the name you want to have in that situation.
Oh, the irony of having that name is not the one you want to have right now. And there has been a massive issue up Eau Rouge. It looks like someone slowed down and there were collisions left, right, and center. I don't know what just happened there, but Deadly Flow lost his front right. Swifty's out of the race. What is going on here? After 6 laps of almost no incidents occurring whatsoever, and we've just had three cars collide. Swifty's out, Deadly's out, and I believe 2, maybe 3 more cars are out of the race, and that is devastating. Yep, and this team is out here. Pepegatory. Whoops. Pepegatory are not playing games, as they have just overtaken. Jesper's overtaken to get so the 5th position completely wiped from the foe of Benix. He had no chance, could not defend that at all. And we see the exchange once again between Hurricane and Beavis, both battling it out. They really want the points. I mean, as it stands, it looks like it's gonna be, if Marcel gets that position, it's going to be the Nutball Racing and possibly Alpha. Sorry, I keep calling that thing AlphaTauri, not AlphaTauri, Pepegatory.
Candy King taking that victory. Mizzo in P2, Lucas P3, Alex O'Grady, that's him in P4 there with Jesper in P5, Joe in P6, of course Venix P7, Marcel. See, now here's one thing, penalties, baby. It's all about the penalties. Marcel keeping it clean in this race.
Oh man, I hate to see it, but the dream team is dead. The dream team did not make it through, and they raced. That was a very good race. I think if it wasn't for that one issue, if it wasn't for the fact that we had an issue with the collision up Eau Rouge, that could have been completely different. But I am sure we will be hearing from the stewards about potential penalties and issues that we've had throughout the race. But boys, GG and congratulations to Nutbull Racing. I don't know which driver that is, but the P1 victory is absolutely quality there. And getting on to race 2.
Take us away through this race start, Dirk. It's 5 red lights here in Spa.
5 red lights, and we are away we go as the MRL yellow just is, the sea of yellow is absolutely crazy. Obviously, TP and comms, they are talking very closely. We've had an issue at the back already, but let's just keep an eye out on this sea of yellow with 1, 2, 3, and 4 going up Eau Rouge like an absolute unit.
There's a move. That's Nigel back, or excuse me, that's Liam coming through on the inside of Nigel into P5. Nigel not going to be happy getting taken for that position, and we have a yellow flag popping up in Sector 2. There's an issue, it would seem, between... Well, who is that then?
It looks like Naki and Sam have collided. Oh, that is Naki from Team Breaking Point and Sam from Team IRL that have had an issue there, and that is a terrible start from these guys. And it looks like Christiani is also slowing down, but I don't know what's going on there. I think like it may be wing damage that he has got there. Yep, it looks like he's got significant wing damage on his car. Max and Pepegatori with its Distinctive are battling this out. I don't think Max and Distinctive know each other quite well, and it looks like Distinctive just got some damage in his wing. That is definitely a racing incident, but they were battling it out as they went through that section, and Distinctive came out worse as we have Wildco now sniffing up at Distinctive, and he is not going to be happy about that, but he wants that. The Wild Taco is going to want to take him, and if I'm not mistaken, he's going to go wide here. Is that? Oh, and it's spun! That is unfortunate. Wow. That is an awful place to spin as well. That is
yellow flag up through there as well. Drivers, no one near him now. He'll be able to get back going, but that was...
that is unfortunate.
Was very sketch.
Ben obviously not letting him have that going defensive there, making sure he doesn't lose that position. But Jay is putting in a great fight here. He is doing something special. Man, that was quick. That was very quick. I was trying to keep up with everything, and I just could not keep up. And Bito sniffing that inside. He is a brave boy. Oh my god. He was sniffing down the inside of that section, as he's probably going to look in the inside again. But he is making Max's life hell, but he is going for it. Bito is definitely going for it, and he is looking for any gap he can get in order to get that lead. But maybe if he had his custom setup, he was using his custom setup, I think he would have made that easy. But everyone's on that level playing field, and it's making things a little bit interesting in terms of Kaya management and how to handle it. Bear in mind that Jay has pitted and Bito has pitted. This is now a race for a podium position, and Jay wants it. If I know Jay, he wants that position, and he is taking that position, but Bito is gonna not have the chance. Oh, it got very close there as well. That is so unfortunate. Bito is gonna be on the chase, but Jay is out here making some places. He is not playing games either, and it looks like MRL's Fast Boys have got a massive challenge with Jay, because he's not going to let you guys have it easily.
And change around the outside into the chicane. He switches back to the inside, and he has actually made it through on Liam quite fast there into the chicane, and that was a very neatly done move.
I'm going to be very interested to see who's going to end up here, but Alex Bito, I would say the better driver, gets a very good start. But yep, Wisp coming in P8 there is unfortunate to get that position, and there haven't been any real time penalties that have affected the grid here, as far as I've seen. Is he about to give us some donuts? Maybe. He's going to finish in reverse. You know what? These boys have had fun. That's the main thing. They're all stepping on the line. You know what? You know what? They've clearly enjoyed themselves. They have clearly enjoyed themselves, and I'm happy to have seen them race. It's a shame about Naki in the session, but it has been a great race with Ben the Bear taking the win out here in Spa. Jay coming P2 and Freeware in P3. The MRL boys are very much here to show us what they've got. Can confirm that the drivers that will be going through from the race 1 will be Nutball Racing. So that is Team is Formula 1 and Squad F1 as well. They're the 2 teams that will be going through to the semi-finals, in addition to well, I assume MRL easily, and the next squad.
Definitely
What a race!
Fantastic race. I enjoyed it thoroughly. That was an absolute ton of fun to watch.
Come on, get me in here. I'm sat here. I'm sat here waiting to be dragged in. Marcel, dude, I'm all alone. Well, we'll go back in a moment. We'll go back just before the race. We'll go back and join Serafium for the moment. I've been teased.
Waiting for these drivers to get away going here. We are racing around Zandvoort now. An immediate exchange between Freeware and Nigel, as those 4 MRL drivers are leading the pack through down turn 1, and there's a multitude of exchanges here. Any big losers in this one? No, it doesn't look like it, but there's a lot of drivers too wide right now. The 2 Pepega Racing drivers of Gadwin and Crampy exchanging, coming down through turn 3 right now. Alex O'Grady is going to be looking for 16th, and we just have so much exchanging going on here.
And Whisper's spun it, it looks like, and he is now at the very back. Now he needs to work his way up, but 18 laps to work your way up. You've got time, and there's still the safety car and the VSC that can come out to help you, but that is not good for the MRL boys, and this is a very competitive grid, you must admit. Well, he attempts to take Gadwin on the inside, but Gadwin held it off very nicely, but Marcel is still out there pushing ahead. I wouldn't be surprised at all if he pit early here, but he does not. He's got damage, and he wants those positions, and he's not letting him get away with it as he overtakes Gadwin. Gadwin being left for dust here. Not getting as much time as I thought he would do, but he is right behind him, and maybe he can take him through the next sections, but an opportunity. Crampy's had an issue. What's happened to Crampy? He is slowed down. I don't know. His wing's fine, but he may have spun it, and that is not good for Team Pega. I'm just on board with Nigel. Not Nigel, with Marcel here, as he's looking up at Liam and Candy. They want those positions. He wants those positions, but I think he's going to struggle to get through here in traffic. But then again, we haven't had a VSC, we haven't had a safety car, and that just means he's still got opportunity. Maybe we might not get one this entire race, and if we don't, that will just mean strategies will need to be pinpoint perfect. You know what? Henry is putting in a good effort, but to say he's just been caught up and probably has had no practice at some presets, boy's doing good. Got to admit, the boy is doing good. Then again, it's only 3 laps, but he needs to push. He really needs to push, and I think he's about to try and get that position now as he goes around the outside, and maybe he's going to try and get a good launch here, and he takes it, secures it, up to P12 he goes. Yeah, Ben's looking all over the place. He wants that position, and he is looking at Deadly Flow thinking, where are you going to leave me the gap, mate? Come on! Like, I need something. He needs a mistake to come from Venix, but Venix is not letting up at all. And what Ben is also needs to be conscious of, he's got a Deadly Flow right behind him. So these guys are gonna struggle if they don't get past quickly. Ben on 13 lap old hards. These other guys on 6 and 7 lap old mediums. So it's interesting the tire differences that are going on at the grid right now, if I'm honest.
He's really pushing right now. Liam not taking no for Marcel not taking no for an answer, excuse me. Candy King gets pushed off a little bit here. Moa in the back marker moves through on him. Now Candy King in 13th position. Marcel's into 11th. And there were a few penalties that got handed down through the end of this race. Freeware in first, takes the checkered flag. Alex Bitto in second, I believe, did take a penalty, dropping off. Shenjay in third, Nigel in fourth. That's Henners in fifth. Venix in 6th, Ben the Bear 7th, Deadly Flow in 8th, Joe in 9th, Bape in 10th. Marcel is going to cross the line. in 11th position here. He also has that fastest lap, and now the stewards and the race control are really going to have to get down to crunching the numbers here, because I have no idea who's cleanly through here other than MRL.
I have
It's just been a wild
I have
race.
no idea, because that's 1 point for Squid, 1 point for Nutball, another point for Nutball, another point
I think
for Squid.
Nutball scored the second most points in this race. At first glance here, you have Venix, Deadly Flow, Bape, and Marcel. That's 4 points right there, even though Marcel's out of that top 10. Unless that fastest lap point doesn't count outside the top 10. I don't remember what the official answer was.
For specifically for any esports drivers, that does not count for Marcel. So we'll go to the second quickest driver who will get that point, and it may be 3-3 here, and it will be a case of who's got the highest positions. Well, I didn't think this would happen, but it's happened.
No doubt in my mind. No. Oh, what a race.
Wow. All good to go, and then we're going to the finals. Absolutely fine. We have obviously the man himself up at the top, showing it how it's done. With Chengje in P2, Bito in P3, which I'm not too surprised about. They're very quick and they're trying to prove themselves at this moment in time. Remco Van Putten, Ben the Bear, iFleep, Domi, Nigel, Candy King, and Deadfall up in P10. The battles are going to be fun, the racing is going to be interesting, and I'm hoping it's going to be extremely clean as we go as well.
3, 4, 5 red lights on here. And it looks like there's been a decent car. Mr. Domi has taken a jump start, so he has a drive-through penalty here on this one, but we are away racing. Marcel Kiefer leading this race right now as Domi got that early escape, but of course, Marcel looking to capture a very good gap off of this race start right now. Marcel holding well, but that's going to be Alex in the lead of this race for now. Now back to the inside is Marcel coming through Luffield here, and they're still wheel to wheel.
Those soft tires clearly proving to be the better choice at this moment in time, but they are wheel to wheels.
Ooh, not wanting to give it up that easy, is he?
Nope, it's very tight, but man, it is a battle. But those softs are going to start to suffer. Those softs are going to start to really suffer. They're going to start to degrade a lot quicker as he's defending, braking harder. But that's both of them as well, because you have to remember, he's still in the medium, so as long as he can keep up to pace, he's fine. But yeah, no, it's going to be very interesting how the next couple of minutes are going to, well, a couple laps are going to go. If they don't pit, that means everyone else has got a free stop, it looks like, from P6 downwards. And they need to go on to... They still need to go and get a pit, and they're going to lose a hell of a lot of time. Very interesting. I was just saying, it's very interesting how these tire strats are being run, because they're all on completely different strategies now. No one's on the same strategy except from a handful. And
Magnesium. Sorry, he's just made a move on Nigel into P9. Nigel, a little squirrely coming down through the chicane, and Candy King and Lucas are going to be looking to inherit, but Domi's right behind them on medium compound tires. There's a massive train right now. Zamis is currently less than 2/10 on the rear of Flinton in this fight for P5, and there's just so much action coming through here on the safety car restart. It's what you'd expect. He's on the inside coming through. Stowe, that's Domi on the inside. There's a big kick out there from the yellow car, and he is round. That's going to be Bape through into 7th as well. Nigel in 6th. Now he's next up for... Well, excuse me, I was going to say he was next up, but there's been a massive exchange. Marcel's already into 4th position here. He's on the softs. Magnesium nearly 2 seconds ahead of iFelipic here on those soft compound tires. He'll have to pit again before the end of this one, or he's just not going to keep it. This has just been a cracking race here around Silverstone. You love to see it. There's been a lot of drama, which is something that comes customarily with Formula One racing, especially when all the cars are going at equal performance. Of course, we're using those preset setups today. Just a ton of fun commentating all of these races. Who's going to have the DRS? It's going to be the Misfits driver, but Marcel Kiefer on these softs, he pulls off to the inside line. He knows it's coming. He's not going to give him any added speed with the slipstream at all here. Zamis 1.3 seconds away.
these guys, have had no difference in between each other. If you look at the grid, grid at this moment in time, there's no real difference. They're all at a very good level. They're all still battling. They're all very close to each other. There isn't some, except from if we look at the bottom half, there's maybe a massive difference between 15 and 16, but between P1 and 14, it's still very tight.
As Marcel Kiefer, he takes the race win here around Silverstone. That's going to be Zamis, the founder of the Misfits, into P2 behind the esports driver with iFilipic in third, ZZ9 in fourth, Marknesium crosses fifth here, Bape in sixth. It's going to be Nigel in seventh with Deadly Flow in eighth, Candy King in ninth, and Freeware rounding out the top 10 in this one. But of course, I'll let the stewards decide that after they go through all of the reports. Marcel Kiefer from pole to the race win here in Silverstone, and what a dynamic race it was. Congratulations to him. That's Zamis in P2 with iFilipic, in P3.
Ben the Bear got the fastest lap there. He got the fastest lap. These are the type of things that I was looking forward to seeing because they were smart about that. Ben knew that he wasn't getting top 10. What did he go out and do? Went onto the softs. Fastest lap. Bang. That is incredible scene. So that is 6-5 to MRL, thinking about it. So provisionally, they win that. But man, how close was that? Jesus Christ, man.
That was a fantastic race. Fantastic race. We saw everything that we could have possibly wanted to see. We saw the safety cars. We saw the rain in the qualifying. We saw the battling. It was just a wild, wild exchange. And I think everybody's got to be happy that it was just a fun race overall. And Marcel with the win for Silverstone. I think that's what all the viewers wanted to see. He got to qualify and show us what he can do. And what he was able to do is take a race win with a very, very fast lobby, of course.
Yeah. I mean, it has been an absolute pleasure having these guys all race with us. All the teams that got involved, it was really nice to have you guys. I hope most of not all of you guys enjoyed racing. I know there were issues, I know there were incidents, and that is the part of racing. But ultimately, I need to thank everyone that got involved. The Marcel community, I know that he can do better things at the time, and to have him race with us, even for this one event, I'm most thankful for. Also, Script for joining me, mate. It has been it's been a pleasure, mate, to sit here and race with you, my man. Not race with you, commentate with you, Brain.
Yeah, well, it's been a lot of fun today. I've definitely had my fair share of races today, and I had a lot of fun. And I hope to be able to do it again sometime. I just enjoy commentating. It was a lot of fun with you, Dirk. We got to play around, have some jokes. We got to see some fast cars today.
Yeah.
Fly around some very iconic circuits. We saw Spa twice. We saw Zandvoort for that semifinal, and now we've seen a race to remember here in Silverstone, that's for sure. So thanks to everybody tuning in. It was absolutely lovely.